Hey LearnDash fans, this video is going to walk you through how to add login and logout links to your main navigation up in your header, as well as adding a My Account link that only shows up to those who are logged in. Because if someone's not logged into your site yet, obviously they wouldn't be able to access an account with their own custom information. So we'll hide that for people that are not logged in, just show it to your logged in users. Now, a few things to mention here before we get started. There are lots of different ways to handle logging in to a LearnDash site. There's the default WordPress login page. There's some login customizers out there. LearnDash has its own login method. We're going to focus on LearnDash's own login method, which is a pop-up form. So that's what we're going to be covering here in this video. If you're using WooCommerce and you're using that to show a login form, or you're using some other method, this won't apply. This is just going to be for the simple LearnDash login pop-up modal. Now on my test site, I'm just using Astra right now, and I just imported just a simple template. So up here you'll see a couple of general links, but we don't have any login, logout, or my account links yet. So let's jump into the admin area and let's just look at how to set that up. So here we are in our admin area, and we are on the Appearance and Menus screen. And there's a few important things we need to talk about here. The first one is selecting a menu to edit. So up here there is a drop down, and this has the different menus that you've created. If you haven't created one, you can use this link here to create a new menu. There's lots of other tutorials out there on how to do that. Hopefully you have a menu set up already. You just need to add a login, logout link to it. So this right here, the primary menu is the name of our menu, and then in parentheses is the display location. So if you scroll down to the bottom, you'll see display location. This is unique to each theme, so it's going to depend on what theme you're using. This Astra theme that I'm using right now just has a primary menu and a footer menu, and then LearnDash adds this additional display location. But the primary menu location is what we were just looking at there in the top right corner of our header. So this is the menu that's being applied to that location, and that's the menu that we want to add our login and logout links to. The other important thing here on this page is up in the top right corner, we've got screen options. You'll need to make sure that CSS classes and description are both checked. So if these will usually be unchecked by default, so you'll want to make sure that you just check both of them. There's no saving or anything, you just check them, and then you can go ahead and close the screen options. If for some reason custom links and pages are not checked, just make sure they're checked as well, but they should be checked by default. So we can close that up, and now we can add our custom link for login, logout. So we come here to the custom links under add menu items, and we're going to do pound login, and then for the link text we're just going to write login, and then we click add to menu. It always adds the menu items here at the very bottom, so you can click, hold, and drag it and move it wherever you'd like. We're just going to leave it at the bottom so it shows up on the far right side for now. This little arrow on the right, we click that to open it up, and we get some additional settings. So those boxes that we checked up here in screen options for classes and description, that's what makes these two options here show up. So if these aren't showing up, you need to go up there and check those boxes. So there's a few things that we need to do here. For CSS classes, we need to add LD-button as our CSS class. And then here in our description, we need to add the LearnDash shortcode. Now this shortcode can be used on any post or page or anywhere on your WordPress site. You can just add it in your editor and use this same LearnDash login shortcode right here, and it'll show a login button or a logout button based on whether the user is logged in or logged out already. But here we're using it in this description field, and LearnDash has made it so that this menu item will know that because this is here, it will check to see if they're logged in or logged out and show them the appropriate button that does the appropriate thing. So the login label and the logout label are called parameters. And we've got, for the login label, this is the text that's going to be used when it's a login link, and then this is the text that's going to be used when it's a logout link. So feel free to change these if you want to. If you like login as 2 words and logout as 2 words, then you can go ahead and do that. Just change those whatever you want, but this is what the actual labels, the text labels, will show up as. It doesn't actually use the navigation label, so this is just for really internal purposes so we know what it is. It's actually going to use these login and logout labels here. And that's all we need to do to get things set up. So we'll come down here and save our menu. Now let's hop over to the front end of the site and see how it works. So here we are back on the front end of the site. I've refreshed this page and you'll notice I now have a login link up here. I am not logged in yet. So when I click this, I'll get the LearnDash login pop-up modal. And let's go ahead and just log in as a subscriber. This is a test account that your users would be logging in as. So this is experiencing it like they would. We click login. We get logged in, and now if we look up in the top right corner, our same main menu, now it says log out instead of log in because it recognizes that we're logged in and it's showing us a log out link. So I'm going to go ahead and just click log out. And it logged us out, and if I go back to the front end of the website, you'll notice it says log in again. So it's working just as it should. It's recognizing whether or not I'm logged in or logged out and showing me the appropriate link and doing the appropriate action. Now the other thing that I'll show you that goes along with this is a My Account page. Again, there are lots of different ways to create My Account pages. WooCommerce comes with a default My Account page. You might have created your own My Account page, or you may have added some LearnDash stuff to your WooCommerce account page, or maybe you're just using the LearnDash profile, block, or shortcode, and you've created your own page, and that's your My Account page. Lots of different ways to handle it. Totally up to you on how to do that. But what I'm going to show you now is just a simple trick where you can add another menu item up here that says My Account. You could also say My Courses. You can name it whatever you want, link it to whatever page you want. But I'm going to show you how to only show a My Account or a My Courses link up here in the navigation if someone's logged in. Because if they're not logged in, then they can't have access to a My Account page with their custom information because we don't know who they are yet. So it's just a nice usability thing, and it just keeps the menu nice and clean and will only show a My Account or My Courses to those people who will actually be able to access that page. So let's jump back into the admin area and I'll show you how to do that. All right, so this process does require a free WordPress plugin called Nav Menu Roles. There are a handful of other different navigation menu type plugins that allow you to show and hide things, but this is the one that I prefer. It works really well. It's installed on tons and tons of websites. Great reviews. So this is the one that I use. So you'll need to install and activate the Nav Menu Roles by Kathy Darling. Once you've got that plugin installed and activated, we'll come back to Appearance and Menus. Make sure that you are still editing your primary menu, that it still has your login link here. What I'm going to do is I've created a page that's called My Account. I actually have a couple of My Account pages, but I'm going to show you here. I'm just going to search for My Account. You would search for whatever your My Account or My Courses page is that you've created, and you'll find it here under the Pages area. And if you're using WooCommerce, I don't have it installed right now on this site, but there might be a WooCommerce endpoints or a WooCommerce option here in the left, and that might have your My Account there. If not, if you've created your own page, then it should be available in Pages here as well. So I'm going to check this one right here and say Add to Menu. So right now, this will show up for everybody, and we just want it to show up for those people who are logged in. So what that Nav Menu Roles plugin does is it adds this new display mode option with 3 simple toggles here, either logged in users, logged out users, or everyone. And just like you would think, we're going to show this My Account only to those people that are logged in. So we check this first radio button here. It does give you a further option if you want to select only certain user roles that can see this menu item. I usually just keep it to logged in, and if you don't check any of these, it'll just show it to everybody who's logged in. If you didn't want to show it to administrators, you could check all the boxes except for admins if that was something you wanted to do. If you've got something with group leaders, something of that nature there that group leaders maybe have a different page that you're sending them to. Maybe you're using a different plugin that your group leaders can look at reports for their students that are in their group. And you want to use that instead of this My Account page. Feel free to do that as well. This plugin adds this to every single menu option. So if I come here to the login, you'll notice I've got this display mode here. For every single menu that you add, you've got these 3 options, everyone logged out or logged in. So it's a pretty nifty plugin, and it works across the board for all of your navigation menus. So we've got My Account, and we've got it set to logged in users only. I'll go ahead and click Save. Now let's go ahead and jump back over and make sure it's working as it should. So here we are. We are currently logged out, so we don't see that My Account link up here. We just see the login. So let's go ahead and log in. And once we do, we should then see that My Account link. All right, so here we are. I am logged in, and now I have the Logout link, which we set up earlier, and I also have this My Account link where I can access my account. So that's something that I think will help you guys just kind of get that navigation dialed in. Again, this is just for the main LearnDash method of logging in. If you've got a different login page set up, your process will be different. But I hope this video helps you guys, and let me know if you have any questions.